Hello, everybody. It's Stephanie Grams with SEWPRENEUR.com and StephanieGrams.com. This is our one-page business plan for sewing and keepsake business owners. I have a specialty with keepsake businesses such as memory bears, t-shirt quilts, things like that. I've been teaching online for several years now, and this is my annual one-page business plan, and this is for 2025. And I'm going to walk you through this. And the supplemental PDFs are for sale in the Etsy shop under this name here. Let me get closer. SEWPRENEUR on Etsy. And we will just get started. And please consider joining Keepsake Business Academy because that's where you can get some more one-on-one time with me. All right, so today's webinar is for the sewing artist or keepsake business owner. If you're just starting out or you are looking to rebrand, that's what I'm doing in 2025. So the one-page business plan is concise, it's easy to read, and it outlines the most important aspects of your business. This will help you stay focused and aligned with your goals, and it should serve as a roadmap, guiding your decisions and actions as you build and rebrand your sewing business. So your business name, and there's a whole checklist for you in the supplements, but write down your business name. So right now, this is my business name. All right. And the owner is just myself. I am solo in this. And my mission statement, you want to define what that is to you. An example of your mission statement could say something like, to help families preserve precious memories and create lasting legacies through custom handmade keepsakes. So we're going to write that down as your mission statement. So you want to help families preserve memories. Now, what I would tell my students, I would tell them to be more detailed in this. But for time's sake, I am going to just give you some brief ideas. You know, your vision statement can also go in here. So I'm going to put vision statement down here because you need to have a vision statement for your business. So do you see yourself being a leader in your area? How about be the leader in my, you could say zip code or in your state? You want to be the go-to artist for keepsakes in your area. You would want to talk about your target market. So, let me backtrack. What is your business's purpose? We already did the purpose. Here's your mission and your vision. And what problem do you solve? So, what problem does your services solve for others? You keep clothes out of landfill and closets by creating one-of-a-kind keepsakes. All right. Target market. Who are your customers? You want to be specific about their demographics and needs. When I first started, one thing that I said was I was going to create memory bears for people who were grieving. That is a problem, right? Because if this is your statement, create memory bears for people who are grieving, what's wrong with this statement? Because, we are doing that, right? But what is this? Well, first of all, we're not specific. Memory bears. What other products? Be specific. People. Who? What people? You want to think about age, gender. What are they going through? What grief are they going through? What are they grieving? What are they grieving? Who are they grieving? Oops, broke my pencil. Okay. Moving on, we want products and services offered. You want to list the main products or services your business will provide. If you're going to offer memory bears, and again, I want you to really know your own business. What type of memory bears? Are they fur? Are they jointed? What size are they? What fabrics will you not handle? Think about that for a minute. If somebody sends you leather, is your sewing machine able to handle that leather? Are you skilled in handling that leather? What about fur? I will not do anything with fur, even if it's fake fur. I don't like fur. I don't like fur for me to be sewing with. So think about what products you will and will not handle. All right, get that in writing. All right, unique value proposition. And hopefully you can see this a little bit better. Okay, what makes your business different and better than the competition? So before you can answer that, you need to know who is my competition. Once you define that, then you can talk about your unique value. So what makes your service better than your competition? Is it that you have been doing this longer and you're better at making jointed teddy bears, or that you make, fur, you use fur and leather? Make sure that you know all of that. Let's see here. And I wanted to see if I had a better example for you for that. Let's see here. So here's an idea for you. Identify your target audience. Are your customers individuals seeking custom memory keepsakes? And if so, what kind? Do they want something? Do they want not bears, but horses? What other animals or services can you provide that your competitors are not? This is what I like to think of. I like to think of my local area. If my target market was just local to me, what might they want other than a memory bear? So I know we have a lot of farms around here, and the farmers consist of cattle, and I have seen llamas, and what is the other one? It's a llama farm, cattle farm, and believe it or not, we have a bunch of strawberry farmers. So, what can I do differently? What can I add to my services for 2025 that maybe I did not do in 2024 or previously? Now, with me rebranding my business, I have been thinking outside of the box of just memory bears. Now, I've taken the last almost 10 years, I'm going on my 10th anniversary for the memory bear business. Now, mind you, I've been sewing professionally for over 30 years. But when I focus only on the keepsake part of my business, I ask myself every quarter, actually, what can I do differently? What did work last quarter? What didn't work last quarter? And was I consistent to actually make those decisions? So what I do is decide what am I going to do that's unique to me? Well, in order to know that, I have to know who my competitors are. So I went online, I did my own research, and I have printed off who I feel is a competitor of mine. I know their names, I know their locations, I've seen the customers, I've seen their orders, I know how they work their business, and I know their price range. But guess what? I also know the private messages that I've received over the last year on asking, having special requests. Have you received a special request? Has somebody asked you to make something that's not a memory bear? If so, write that down. Even if you do not provide that service right now, write it down, because as you're rebranding or writing your business plan, you know that you can add that later. So I was thinking of fruit and vegetables because I have been asked about making fruit and vegetable keepsakes. So think along that line. All right, your marketing plan. So how will you reach your target customers? Well, remember, before you can answer this, you have to answer all of these up here. So every question that you answer builds onto the next one. All right. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. I have to move the camera one more time. So how will you reach your target customers? Here's an example. Will you use social media, local ads, word of mouth? It's completely up to you. There's no real wrong answer to this. The only wrong answer is not having a plan in place. So social media can only do so much because you have to pretty much pay to play. So with social media, that's what SM means. Are you going to pay to play? Meaning money on ads. I'm not doing that this year. I will not be spending money on advertisements in my business in 2025. I'm going to go organic, local, and word of mouth. That's what I'm doing in 2025. So if you're watching this video and you like it, please subscribe, like it, leave a nice comment, please share it. Okay, operational plan. How will your business operate day to day? Include key suppliers, resources, or tools. Now, I don't technically have a supplier, but when I think about that, I kind of do, because I go online like Joann's. Um, I don't know if there's really a local shop, but I also go thrifting. Um, and the thrifting is part of one of my services. It's not, and I want to stress this, not used polyfill. You would not believe that when I first started teaching the keepsake side of sewing, the business side of keepsake sewing, I should say, people were using used polyfill and did not say anything to their customers. I was shocked. Why would somebody do that? Right? Especially if you are a business owner. So my thrifting is for specific paper used in memory journals, not used polyfill. So please do not ever use used stuffing or polyfill ever. Okay, so resources and tools. So my resources will, obviously for me, it's the Keepsake Business Academy. That could be one of your resources. My Etsy shop, I have those resources for you as well. My YouTube channel, my newsletter, I have all of these resources and tools for you. And then operate your business day to day. Like, this is where you really need to be planned out. You need to know what you're doing. Monday through Sunday, we all have 7 days in a week, right? We all have 24 hours in a day, and we all have 365 days in a year. Where in this time are you going to make your business work for you? Are you working full time? Are you working part time? Or are you just a hobbyist? You need to write this out and get that all nice and planned. Okay. Revenue streams. So how will your business make money? List all your sources. Do you still have income from a job just to supplement what you need to buy? What about part-time, employment? Do you even need any extra money? Know where your money is coming in. I always recommend not to go in debt. And I have to say, but I needed to upgrade my sewing machine this year. And I had been using the same standard sewing machines for 10 years. And it was time for me to upgrade my sewing machine. So yes, I did go into debt updating my sewing machine. And now I have a sewing machine with a 12-inch throat space, so I can do some free motion quilting for the memory quilts that I do. So just be very aware of what you're willing to do for your business, and if you can financially do that. I still work part-time. I still work full-time, and I work my business full-time. So I literally work full-time. I have very little time off. So that is how I make money. So my money is coming from my full-time job. It's also coming from my full-time business, which is what you're doing now. And I just, these come from orders and coaching. So really think about where your money's coming from and where it's going. So please don't skip your revenue streams. Really think about it. If you are just starting out or you're rebranding and you need to upgrade on anything, shop the bargains, look for coupons. Just do what you can with what you have. All right, so your startup cost and budget, kind of just talked about that. What do you need to start or sustain your business? Include initial expenses and funding sources. So this kind of goes with your revenue streams here. What do you need to start or rebrand? So like for me, I rebranded and I needed a new machine. I didn't get the biggest and the best and the most expensive. I got one step up from the standard machine that I had been using for 10 years. So I did that. That's my big expense for 2025, and I will be making my monthly payments on that. include initial expenses and funding sources. So what's your initial expense? You would need a machine, right? And you can use standard. You don't need anything fancy to get started in this business. You need scissors. Again, they don't have to be the best, but you want fabric scissors, and they can be the cheaper fabric scissors for like $12.99. It will get you started. Let's see here. You need thread, and you need needles, right? So once you get started, I'm just going to kind of go off to the side here for a minute because this part's very important. Right here, the funding sources. If you just cannot get enough money, what you think is enough money up front, this is what you do. Every order, the customer pays half of the total up front, non-refundable, and that's when you go and you buy everything you need for that order. All right. So every time you make money, reinvest that into your business so you do not run out of high quality items. What are your goals? So this I want to explain something about goals with you. Goals don't do any good if you don't have action plans attached to it. So you need goals and actions. Like, how are you going to meet your goal? What action are you going to take? So you need short-term and long-term goals. Short-term might be, let me look at my notes so I don't go over anywhere. Sorry, I have a lot of notes for you guys. And sorry, my face is not on camera today because I want you to look at the paper and really pay attention to what we're talking about here. So, all right, so short-term goal would be 5 customers my first quarter. Now remember, quarters are January, February, and March. So say you just want 5 customers first, but your long-term goal would be 5 customers a week, every week, all year, consistently. Okay, so really be specific and include timelines. And again, you might have to sketch this out on another piece of paper, just so you stay focused. All right, okay, so here's this one. Key metrics for success. How will you measure your success? Will you use sales growth, customer satisfaction, or social media followers? And I want to stress something to you because I've seen this in my students on and off for the last several years, and they really get hung up by this number right here. Now, I did really push for followers for my YouTube channel just to get to that little over 1,000 subscribers. So I will always want YouTube followers. I don't get hung up on that because followers does not always mean money or fans. Okay, I have people that are subscribed to my channel and I don't think they've ever watched any of my videos, but they're still subscribed, right? But you know, the bad thing is you want people that are there and that it's organic. So don't get hung up on social media numbers, okay? And don't go into debt trying to be something like you see. Well, we all know how that is, right? Okay, so how will you measure success? What does success mean to you? Now, for me in 2025, success would be I want to stay consistent, and this is really, really generic, but stay consistent on YouTube because I get so busy behind the scenes with my job and my family and the full-time business that I neglect my YouTube channel. And I feel bad for all of you because I'm here trying to help you with your business. And sometimes I get so bombarded with, and not in a bad way. I'm not complaining at all. I just get so very overwhelmed by orders and things coming in that I say I'm going to make you a video tomorrow and then tomorrow never comes up. So I will measure success by being consistent on YouTube, and this relies on me solely. So that's how I'm going to measure success in 2025. All right, and then this is for you to sign and date it when you fill it out. And I'm hoping that this gets you going on the right direction for 2025. And I wanted to let you know that inside the Etsy shop, this is what you're going to get. You will have the one-page business plan. You'll have the template for that, which is very similar to this one. You'll also have the Q&A that goes with it of examples. You'll also have the SMART goals template with explanations. You'll also have tax info, you'll have legal info, and you'll have insurance information. So it's over 13 pages long. It's in my Etsy shop, and it's the supplement to this webinar. Okay, and the webinar was free. The supplements are pretty frugally priced, but my Etsy shop is SEWPRENEUR. All right, and then if you want to continue growing in your business and have more in-depth training, you would go here to Keepsake Business Academy.com. All right, so I'm hoping that each of you have been able to walk away with a plan for 2025 and that you grow and meet the needs of those around you. Thank you for joining. Bye, guys.